Okay, so now we are going to do our first analysis, and I think we should follow this order because I guess it's the most efficient. But some people like to start maybe with descriptive statistics, but I always prefer to start when we have surveys with the internal reliability test with the alpha Cronbach. You remember we did that in our in the lecture for trustworthiness internal validity test. We need to do that here. That's, in my opinion, is the first thing to do to make sure that we can use this state. So the first thing that you need to do is to go to analyze and then go to, where is it? Scale and then reliability analysis and click. So what you need to do here is to add the instruments or the questions for each of your variables. In this case, first global mindset, select the 4 and click here, put them in items, and then just click OK. And then you will get this window from SPSS. The important thing is this in here. This number ideally has to be higher than 0.6 and no more than 0.95, something like that. This alpha Cronbach test is the one that tells you that your 4 questions behave more or less similar, but not totally similar. Remember, that is important for the internal validity of our construct. If all the questions are the same, if everyone answered 10, 10, 10, 10, or 9, 9, 9, 9 to the global mindset questions, it will not be useful because that means that we are just asking the same thing with another word, with other words. So why do we care about asking several times if it is exactly the same? Or the opposite can happen. If we got some crazy results that then it doesn't work, then we will have a very low Cronbach alpha. Like if they answer 1, 7, 2, 9, that is very random. It's too much randomness. So we are not actually maybe measuring the right thing. Remember that is about validity, measuring the right thing. So probably what's going on in here is that we actually have a very good result. 0.734 is in that range between 0.6 and no more than I think the ideal is no more than 0.9 and no less than 0.6. That's the ideal range. We can go, I mean, like maybe we can expand a little bit more to 0.95 maximum and 0.4 the lowest, but we don't have any issue in here with this one. And then do the same thing. Go again to analyze, scale, reliability analysis, or if you click in this here, this icon, it tells you the last test that you have made. So you can go to reliability analysis again directly, remove the questions from global mindset, and now add collectivism questions and do the same, okay? And that's nice, 0.8, very good. Let's do the same for the next one. I will just do it quickly because we don't need to waste time in the video. 0.87, also very good. A bit close to the too good to be true, but still fine. Biospheric values, then also quite close from the 0.9, but it's also okay. Tick, 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 networking skills. Also good, 0.78. And finally, professional aspiration. I need to remove first. And then I add professional aspirations 0.679. So everything works. That is very good. Now, I think now you can write, you remember from your paragraph when you were like measuring each of the variables, now you can write what is the actual alpha Cronbach because now we know the number and all of them work, they are fine. What would you do if something doesn't work? Like imagine that something is 0.5, for example. 0.5 is very low. If that is the, or 0.3, 0.3 is even worse because 0.4 we can still justify, but 0.3 is extremely low. We need to do something. How you fix it is literally removing questions, like just keep trying, like go in here and then maybe remove this and do the test with this. Did it improve? Is it fixed? and do it until you find the right combination. And then what you actually have to do is to remove it from your from the what we're going to do next. We are going to remove that question. Maybe that question was problematic. We remove it and we use only the ones that work. So that is literally how you fix it. You just need to do like some iterations, remove it, keep it, blah blah, and then see if it works. Once the internal validity tests are done, we are lucky, everything works again. If it doesn't work, you need to keep removing until you find the right combination. And what we are going to do next is to actually create the variable for each of our variables. We need to create the variable for global mindset. So how do you do that? Go to transform and then click on compute variable here. And now write in target variable GMS, like global mindset. And here you need to write how you're going to calculate that global mindset. We need to create our variable from the questions. So how we do it? With the average. We need to calculate the average of the 4 questions. So we literally do, we open parentheses, then this plus this plus this plus this close parentheses over 4. So it's just the average. And then we click OK. As you can see, if you go again to your data view, now we created the global mindset variable. It's just the average of these 4 numbers. And to double check, just make sure that there are no crazy numbers, nothing more than 10, nothing less than 1, and then it will look fine. There is one person, for example, that is very high on global mindset, 10, 10, 10, 10. It's just 1, so then we are fine with reliability, with validity, because remember, that's not the thing that we like to show, but it works. Then the next thing that we need to do is do the same thing, but with all the other variables. So now let's do that for collectivism. Just be careful because collectivism has 5 items. So collectivism 1, 2, 3, always using plus, like this, plus, 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 over 5. Collectivism, don't forget to change the name of the variable, collectivism here, and then do the same for everything, materialism, biospheric values, everything, right? So I think I can stop the video here because then the rest is just like doing this instrumentally, doing it for everything. Maybe just remember, if for some reason when you calculated, let's assume that biospheric values was complicated when you calculate biospheric value, the alpha Cronbach, and then it was difficult with alpha Cronbach. Then do biospheric values 2, biospheric values 3, and let's assume that the complicated one was 5. Biospheric values 5 was creating a low Cronbach alpha, and when you did your test, you realized removing bio 5 fixed the problem. If that is the case, just remove it, don't use it in this calculation and do it over 4. In our case, we don't have that problem, so we will include everything like this, and then over 5, and then we click OK. Then we have also the biospheric values variables. We only need to finish with networking skills. Maybe I can just do it quickly because it's not that hard. And then the rest is going to be the actual statistical analysis, because until here, we are still kind of playing with our data, just inputting the data in there. We are creating the variables that we are going to use. We did this important test that we had to do with the Cronbach alpha. Now it's professional aspirations with 4. But from now on, we are going to do the actual analysis, statistical analysis, and the regression analysis. So we finished professional aspiration. That's it. Now we have, I think I'm missing one, collectivism, materialism. I'm missing materialism. Math, and then materialism is actually 5 questions. So let's add math plus math 2, 3, math 4, math 5. That's it. So now I also have materialism. That's it. So now I have the variables that I need. I will finish now the video, and then in the next videos, we're going to learn how to do the analysis, the actual analysis and the regression analysis.